Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! G'day humans, I'm Bushka, and today we are going to be running through some of the optimization changes that have occurred in update 2.8 and a little bit of a control setting that some of you may also have not noticed. Update 2.8 has been huge. There's been a lot of stuff going on. The event mode, obviously, with the zombies and the special skills. And as well as that, we've had buffs and nerfs and FAMASs going to airdrops and orgs getting put into world drops. So it's fair enough that you might have missed some of this stuff. But there's plenty under the bonnet that hasn't been talked about. Things like exiting and going into the water and how smooth the animation has become when you switch from a weapon to swimming. This is the kind of stuff that the devs work really hard on improving the game and the immersion, but doesn't really get the same kind of, well, hullabaloo. This is the old parachute. You jump out of the plane, you do a roly-poly, get your panda on your back and head straight down to Milter on the hot drop. The new parachute is far more subtle. You leap out of the plane and then you get a zooming, almost cinematic effect as it zooms in and you start dropping. It's also a lot smoother on the drop when you're looking around. Now that's not an accident. They've optimized the performance of the character while parachuting in the air and turning to different directions like this. And especially on the landing, the animation and the transition between landing is a lot smoother and has been really looked after. You get this big rock on the old parachute animation, and now it's just a nice smooth ride down towards the mill base hot drop where you don't find a gun and you get cleaned up and get back in the lobby ASAP. Another big change has been in the settings menu. Click on your settings, go to your pickup area, and there is a pickup priority for melee weapons, which hasn't been there before. That means if you prefer the dagger or the machete or the pan, then you can really get the job done with those, and you don't have to worry about it picking up multiple melee weapons, which is a real saver on the backspace. Why am I showing you me rinsing and rocking at hot drop and G-pole? Well, it's pretty simple, really. The reason I was able to get this hot drop and get 10 kills coming out of George Pole crates is because the transition when landing was so smooth that I was able to stop the hot drop on an absolute dive. And that enabled me to get a gun and clear the first squad really quickly. Watch this, and this is one of the things that I really love about the game. Little bits and pieces in there that you don't really see. I see a gun, I go straight to it, stop dead. Get the weapon, hot drop, 3 people over there, start getting knocks instead of roly-polying forward off the edge of the crates and getting really upset and ending up back in the lobby. Animation changes are important not just because they make us feel more immersed in the game and they look cool, it's also because coming out of an animation or transitioning into another animation correctly can stop you from falling off a crate, it can stop you from vaulting through a window. Using meds has been optimized, the animation for that. The animation for reloading a crossbow has been optimized so that it looks cooler and it transitions better between different character movements. And I have been having so much fun with the explosive crossbow attachment. This could be my favorite weapon in all of PUBG Mobile, and that is saying something. And these are the kind of things that make the game feel realistic, and that's a big part of why we enjoy it so much, why it gets your adrenaline charging. The animation and weapon switching, this is the old animation and weapon switching. This is the new optimized animation. It just looks smoother and quicker. And that's cool because that's what you want when you're playing the game. But there's so much more that's been going on. They've optimized the animation when climbing. You can see there's a little jitter at the end of that one. Didn't happen often, but it happens sometimes. And now we get this smoother, more precise animation with the character model. This is important stuff. Animating the weapons so there's a seamless transition between one frame and the next is one of the reasons this game is so flash. They've also updated the animation, optimized it between proning, standing, and just overall allowing your player character to look absolutely schmick with whatever you're doing in PUBG Mobile, which I think is pretty tickety-boo. The weapon switch, the reloading, the exiting and entering the water, the melee weapon setting changes, the parachute setting changes. This is pretty cool. This is really fantastic. In any given engagement, you have 1,000 different things happening behind the scenes with the actual game client. And to see them still working on the game client at this late stage and constantly improving the way the game runs and plays is excellent. I'm Bushka. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, particularly content about the weapon stats and the rates of fire and some of the hidden things that you don't see all the time, make sure to stay tuned, and there'll be plenty more of that coming down the pipe. We just did a review on the new FAMAS and a review on the new AUG, and we're going to be having the explosive crossbow for breakfast very, very shortly. Look after yourself, stay safe in the battlefield, and until next time, bye for now.